Hey there, everyone. This is the update for, I guess it would have been yesterday, which was June the 21st of 2026. And I'm actually in my parents' town, in their neighborhood, although I am not going to be specific about where exactly is their place. But looking around here, you can kind of see some of the amazing scenery that they get to enjoy. This is not their street, but same basic area. And one of the pleasures of coming out here and visiting them has actually been able to enjoy some of this scenery here. This is beautiful Central Oregon. And yeah, so I'm going on a walk through the neighborhood right now. Mom's taking a nap, and having been dealing with something that we're actually going to be talking about in the update for tomorrow, because I'm filming this now on the 22nd at about 1:20 in the afternoon. So just kind of walking along now, and yeah. Oh, and talking about the 21st. So the 21st, I was at the store and I had a bagging shift. Ended up being 7 to 3:30, which is the 7 to 4 with a 30-minute lunch instead of a 60. And honestly, it was a good day. And as a matter of fact, this was one of those days where, like, you're just in the groove and your jokes seem to be hitting and people just seem to be in a good mood overall. And also, and also it wasn't particularly busy, even though it was a Sunday, because it was a room temperature and sunshine day on a weekend, which means that people were out there playing and would not be coming back until later. And so during most of my shift, it was pretty chill. There definitely was that thing that didn't think about really in advance, but ended up being a bit difficult. And that was, of course, this statement from numerous customers throughout the day, which was innocent enough, but Happy Father's Day. And, based on, or from events that in my life earlier this year, that was tough. And really appreciate one of my colleagues, who I like to refer to as Kitty, recognizing that and coming up and giving me a big hug, partially through my shift for that. So thank you, Kitty. But otherwise, it was a good day. This place that I'm walking by right now, by the way, as I'm walking along here, I'm going to stop here for just a second. This here was the assisted living place where Dad was from November, I think it was like November 5th until the end. And yeah, it's coming back and looking at this again, like, for instance, where my new year actually started here. I'm saying my new year started here. Dad and I stayed up until, the New York New Year, which is at 9 p.m. local. Is actually in one of those rooms right there. And yeah, that's where my 2026 officially began, well, unofficially, with Dad staying up until 9 o'clock. I would leave shortly thereafter, because they don't really want visitors there after 8. But I stayed until 9 to be there with him until midnight. So we spent New Year's together. At least that's how I'm claiming it and saying it. And that'll be our official family lore. But anyway, yeah, so that's... as I've been going through... these last, if you look at some of the updates, specifically the ones from December, January, and February, I talk about going and spending time, coming down here and spending time with Dad in the assisted living place. It's right there. Yep, that's where it all was. Right back there behind me. This is not where the very end occurred. The very end occurred at a local hospital, but yeah, so that's going to be a place that's always going to be kind of important in my mind, even once this town and whatnot is no longer a place where we go and spend a whole lot of time. So anyway, so I worked at the store, and then I got off at 3:30 and spent a couple of hours just relaxing a little bit at home before driving down here before driving down here to help Mom out for a couple of days for some stuff. So again, this is the update for the 21st, filming on the 22nd, and I'll tell you about some of the stuff that we are doing here on the 22nd in the next video, which may actually be filming a little bit later today. So once again, this being a spot that I'll never leave from memory, because again, January, February, December, actually even Thanksgiving, as a matter of fact, drove down here on Christmas Eve, and got here at like midnight or 11:50 on Christmas Eve or whatever, and then spent the Christmas Day with Dad right there, and also came down a couple of days before Thanksgiving and had like a pre-Thanksgiving, because I couldn't be on the real day with him. So yeah. And so then, but spent a lot of time there in January and February and even December, and in retrospect, I am so glad I did. So, Dad, love you. And yeah, so like I said, drove down here and didn't leave my apartment in Vancouver until 7 p.m. on the dot, as a matter of fact, and came across the Mount Hood Highway once again to over here, and it was a beautiful drive the entire way. We were talking, again, temperatures ranging from 83 to 63 depending on the spot in the trip you were on. This particular trip, again, has wildly changing weather, or can, but today it was just beautiful the entire way. And of course, you have Sunday evening, which means like no traffic at all. And so door to door, from their door to my door, 2 hours and 36, or my door to their door, 2 hours and 36 minutes, which is remarkable. I would be stunned if I'm ever able to beat that time, because there's like 0 delays at any point during the trip. But anyway, so that's kind of that. I'm going to be down here in Central Oregon for the next couple of days, helping Mom out. There's actually the local school where kids that live in Mom and Dad's neighborhood is like right over there. It's called Sage. I don't teach there, obviously, so don't have to use any cutesy titles like Roadrunner School or anything. But if you lived in Mom and Dad's neighborhood, that's where you'd go. Yeah, so like I said, going to be down here for a couple of days, and what's another amazing thing about this place is this is, again, 2 hours on a really good evening, 2 hours and 36 minutes away from where I live, and this doesn't look like what you would think about the Pacific Northwest whatsoever. They do things differently out here in Central Oregon. If you are not from the Northwest, once you get on the other side of the Cascade Mountains, it's not rivers and trees and forests and stuff. It's more like this. And this is where my parents have lived since the early 00s, basically my college era. All right, well, hey, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. I know it's kind of rambling, getting off topic and whatnot, and distracted, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I will look forward to talking to you all again tomorrow. Ciao for now, everyone.